Hello everybody, welcome to GreenGST.com, GSTR filing and reconciliation product by Moglix.com. Today I am going to take you through a brief demo of GreenGST.com. First, we land at the sign up page wherein you have to put in your basic details such as company name, email ID, phone number and your GSTN ID. Post signing up, you land on the sign in page wherein you have to put your login credentials, which is username and your password. Once you sign in, a dashboard will open which will take you through the basic details of your business such as your plant location, your filing status, your sales, procurement and various other settings. So once we go into the sales and procurement side, you can file your B2B and B2C invoices. Once you move on to the ledger, there are various options such as tax liability, and in the report section you have HSN summary and input tax credit summary. Now let me take you through the sales tab. Once you click on the invoice B2B, you can either create your B2B invoices by clicking on create invoice. So this is how the page will look like. You have to put in the GSTN details of the buyer. You have to put in your invoice number, invoice date, taxable value, and on this page you can create an invoice and download the invoice. Then there is upload invoice tab wherein from your ERP you can download your invoice data and upload here, and this is how your uploaded invoice data will look like. You can select these invoices, check these invoices for values. If the invoices are correct, you can go back, select the invoices in one go or separately, and then you can save it to the GSTN network portal. The portal will then ask you for the OTP for the data security reasons. You have to put in the OTP and then you have to submit the invoices to go to the GSTN network portal. And on the status tab, you will see the status of the invoices that is saved to GST. Then you have to go to the file return section and you have to click on the sales return, which is GSTR1, and then you have to click on the file GSTR1 sales return section, which will create your GSTR1. It will then again ask you for an OTP which will be received on your mobile. You have to put in the OTP and then click submit. Now your GSTR1 is filed. And you have to file your GSTR1 by 10th of every month. Now let me log in as your buyer on my portal, on my GreenGST portal, wherein I will be able to see the invoices that you have filed against me in your GSTR1. Now this is my dashboard. What I'll do, I'll go on to the procurement tab and click on the invoices B2B. After landing on this page, I will click on the refresh button. It will again ask me for an OTP. I will submit the OTP and then again refresh my page. Once I refresh the page, I will be able to see the invoices that you have filed against me in your GSTR1. I can click on the invoices and check the credentials of the invoice. If the credentials are correct, I can go back. And the next thing which I have to do is to upload the purchase data from my ERP, which I can manually download from my ERP and upload on my GreenGST portal. Once I do that, I will be able to see the tax mismatch and the matches in my purchase versus the sales data. So I will be able to see invoice matches and mismatches under the status tab. Once I am able to see the invoice matching status, then what I can do, I can go on to the invoices, select the invoices which are matched and then accept those invoices which will get saved to the GSTN network portal. As you can see, those two invoices are showing under the accepted status. Now when I click on to the mismatched invoice, I can go there and amend the taxable value as shown on the demo and then click on save. Once I click on the save, that particular invoice which will show under the amended tab and will also get saved onto the GSTN network portal. Next thing which I have to do is to click on the file returns tab and go into the GSTR2 menu, wherein I can see all the details and file my GSTR2. Once I click on it, I will be prompted to put in an OTP. Once you put the OTP, click on the submit button and I will be able to file my GSTR2. GSTR2 has to be filed by 15th of every month. Now that the buyer has successfully filed his GSTR2, let us again log in from the supplier side of GreenGST portal, wherein you will be able to see the details of the invoices which have been accepted, rejected or given for amendment by your buyer, so that after checking these invoices you can finally file your GSTR 1A and GSTR 3. Now once you click on the invoices B2B section, you will be able to see the summary of the invoices that you had saved to the GST while filing your GSTR 1. Once you refresh it, you will be able to see the status of the invoices which have been accepted by your buyer or amended by your buyer or has been rejected by your buyer. Now what you can do is to select the invoices. Let's say you select the invoices which has been given for amendment and you accept it and you refresh the dashboard. So all the three invoices are now showing under the accepted status. Now the next stage is to file your GSTR 1A and GSTR 3. Now you have to simply file GSTR 1A by clicking on the button and putting in the one-time password received on your mobile phone and then clicking on the submit button. Now your GSTR 1A has been filed successfully. Now moving on to GSTR 3, you have to click on generate, wherein you will be able to see the summary of your GSTR 1A and GSTR 2. Now once you click on the details section, you will be able to see a detailed summary under various tabs such as turnover, sales, procurement, tax liability, input tax credit, tax paid and refund claim. You need to verify these details and make any amendments if any. Now once you have checked these details, you have to simply go back and then again generate the GSTR 3 and click on the file GSTR 3 button and submit the OTP. Now your GSTR 3 is successfully filed. The date for filing the GSTR 3 is again by 20th of every month. Now once you go under the ledger section and click on credit, you will be able to see the details of all the input tax credit that you have received against your purchases. When you click on the cash tab, you will be able to see the payments made towards the GST taxes, and under the tax liability tab, you will be able to see the ledger of your GST taxes. So once you click on the make payment tab, you will be able to see your total tax liability, total usable ITC, total cash, and finally the total payable with the net amount given. You will also be able to see the summary of your GST taxes about how they are divided into IGST, SGST, CGST and cess. Similarly for ITC available and cash available. On this page, now you can create a challan. Right now, there is no option of doing the payment on this page. Once the GSTN portal goes live, there will be an option of making the payment from this portal as well. So once you click on the settings section, you can go about managing the roles and the plants and the user management side of your GreenGST portal. Now once you click on the plant management, you can check the details of the plant along with email IDs and contact numbers, and you can subsequently add a plant also by giving the details such as branch name, GSTN number, contact number and email. Once you click on the role management, you can define the people who can be given various roles such as view and edit options under various tabs such as sales, procurement, file return, ledger and reports. Now once you click on the user management tab, there are various users which you can manage and add and discard. And finally, once you click on the configuration button, there are options such as optimize cost, auto sync data with GST and allow manual refresh. Basis the needs of your business, you can select various options and then proceed with your GSTR return filing. So once you click on the dashboard, you will be able to see the summary of all your invoices which you have filed, accepted invoices, the rejected invoices, and the invoices that have been received under the amendment section. It will also show you the summary around the taxes that you have paid and the input tax credit that you have availed during the last month. Similarly, there is a dashboard at the buyer's end also, wherein he will be able to see the invoices that he has rejected and accepted and given for amendment, and will be able to see the summary of his GST taxes. So this ends the demo of GreenGST.com. I hope you understood the demo and enjoyed. We will be in touch with you through emails telling you more about the product. Meanwhile, go to www.greengst.com and sign up for the product. Thank you.